That was a short intro. Hello, guys. I am Claire Oetulengro, and you're in for slightly something different tonight, as you've got a solo with me. We've all got to go into our bubbles, and so I thought that I would share my bubble with you guys. But you can definitely deliver tea. Thank you very, very much. Look, in a Lengro mug as well. Guys, while Rich is here, aka The Hand, could you just let us know, please, how is the lighting? Would you like some lights on, or do you like this kind of mystical, Christmassy feel? You tell me what you want. Davina's back. We've been in the club together, haven't we? My gorgeous friend, and I've got lots and lots to talk to you about, Davina. Right, are you ready, guys? A is this, and B is... Right, which one do you want? Lights on or lights off? Should we make it a bit intimate? I like the moody lighting too, Kat. It's a bit kinder on the contact lens as well. Leslie knows what Rich looks like, but Rich doesn't show his face on the main page, do you, my darling? Yeah. Don't forget another tea run as well at halftime, if you could, please. And I've got to see if I can read my notes as well. Gareth Price, hello. Leslie Anthony. I am wearing products tonight, guys, from the Hands. Crystal and Gemstones Pirate Treasure Shop. You can visit it yourself at claireoetulengro.tv, and I will add some links for you guys as well. I'm trying to find a nice little banner, a branding banner as well for you guys. It's quite nice, this, isn't it? I was going to show you something, actually. Look, I said on the earlier live, this is how Gemma has been trying to teach me to wrap presents, and in reality, this is what my family get. Don't know about you guys, but I'm very, very bad at wrapping, and I'm very good as well. Oh no, we can't see the Christmas tree. Let's just go back to natural, should we, guys, as well? Pat Taylor, how are you this evening? While we're on our own, and I've got Donna Mackenzie's Santa face that she sent Rich last year, how have you guys been relaxing, and what would you like to ask me about me? Perhaps you're new on my page and you wonder who this mad blonde woman, bottle blonde, with short and long hair and every length hair could possibly be a Romany gypsy. So I'm here to answer the things that usually I have to ignore to do readings. And of course, Gareth, I'm going to be doing lots and lots of readings, but it wouldn't be me if I don't act like the Truman Show and admit that I sell everything that I love and have around me. So tonight I am going to be using the Claire Oetulengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards. These are the screen set of cards, guys, which are slightly larger than the cards that I sell. But the cards are cards that have the meanings on them. I've gone back to the Babylonian times, and I am so excited. The reason I've been so tired and so run down is there are 300,000 words online that I've written for you guys to unlock the secrets of the tarot. So by way of showing you how tarot cards work, I'd better pull some for some people, hadn't I? So let me bring some names up. Lots of the boys are out tonight, so I think we should get a few boys for some readings as well. Paul Rowe, can I pick on you and start with you? If you're new to my page, please make sure, if you enjoy what you see, that you like, follow and share. And if you already watch, you know that this is a place for free readings. So like, follow and share for me, guys. And if you really like it, then start a watch party as well. I'm using my hands lots tonight, guys, because these are coming off in the morning. I've got a card right here for you, Paul Rowe, and I'm going to draw it for you right now. And I've drawn my mummy plays this character, the Empress, somebody who is born to be a mother, somebody who's born to be a wife. This is somebody that was in your life, Paul, and this is somebody that can no longer fulfill those roles. Perhaps they've moved on, perhaps they're not the same person that they were. Can I say to you, Paul, stop missing the person that they were and enjoy the life that you've now got because of that. Whether that's because of the things that they taught you or the new circumstances and opportunities that life can teach you, good sir, as well, from living in the present, living in the moment. Kelly Elizabeth, you're saying, let's have a little look. Hope you had a wonderful Wednesday. People call Wednesday hump day, don't they? To me, It is, as named by Mitch Jenkins, as a part of my name, Petulengro, Lengro Wednesday. So it's the new Saturday, guys. And as you noticed before, when I've been absent, I've been a bit poorly with a bit of a virus, but not the virus. And I felt out of sorts, mostly with my voice. I've got to be very, very careful of. By getting dressed up today, I feel 10 times better. And I also went for a walk as well yesterday. That really, really helped, guys. So I hope that you are looking after yourselves. Leslie Anthony says she is meditating and a lovely scented bath with candles. Well, here in the Petulengro household, we've been making bath bombs with, let's have a look, what have I got here? This is green lemon and blood orange. We made some bath bombs earlier tonight. They take about half an hour to set. And I must admit, I put Epsom salts in mine as well and fresh lavender. But you don't want me to chat on. I'm going to tell you some stories as tonight goes on. But I think I am drawn to Gareth Price. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm taking these off now. These are my glasses to go on top of my contact lenses. When I can't find them, they're by the side of my rocking chair. If you could kindly tell me, I'd really appreciate it, because I will probably be looking for them as the night goes on. I want to teach you a few things about me tonight as well. Actually, Gareth, I'm not sure if I can do your reading. Manchester United. I'm a Chelsea girl. I'm a Chelsea girl, Gareth. As it's Christmas, I will have a look for a Manchester United supporter. It's a good job I'm not talking to you about 10 years ago, isn't it? But as things have moved on, I can be quite cocky about Man United now. Did you know that I once went on a programme, Gareth, called Predictions on ITV with Philip Schofield? You may remember an advert I did on ITV, which was very Marks and Spencer's, and they locked our vaults, our predictions, the experts in their fields and various astrologers and clairvoyants, me included. And when we did the program at ITV, I was pregnant but hadn't told anybody, so I was very sort of aware of the space. It was my first child, and I predicted that what is his name? The French guy. Oh my goodness, the one you would never think would leave football. Can't think of his name. It'll come back to me. But I predicted Eric Cantona. Thank you, Dad. Eric Cantona would leave football, and everybody said, no, he's not going to leave football, and he did, and I won, and I had a very, very nice year that year indeed. Can I just say, with the page of wands, Gareth, does everyone say to you that you act younger than you are and that you can be a really big kid? I'm not saying that because you're a Man United supporter, okay? I'm just saying it because that's the card that I've drawn. And here we see you striving for things. Can I say, Gareth, talking to you here, can I say, Gareth, could you please do some of the things that you talk about? Even if you just concentrated on a fraction of the things instead of trying to do so much, condense what you're doing. And it's funny, really, as an astrologer and clairvoyant and reader, that I was on the phone to somebody earlier and I was giving the opposite advice. I was saying what I say sometimes, which is put your fingers in loads of pies. But to you, Gareth, darling, I'm saying something completely different. The message that the Page of Wands has for you is to consolidate things. Also for you, there's something to do with breathing. Don't know if you need to lose a couple of pounds just to feel happier. Really insulting that, isn't it? For your health, there's something, Gareth, about needing to get back to your fighting fitness. So it's not an insult. It is, in fact, a compliment, because I think you're a good guy and somebody that I would like to be in the company with should times allow. That's the kind of party spirit that I get from you as well. Let's have a little look. So let's get to lots of you. Gareth, you are more than welcome. So Fiona, I don't recognize your name. Very, very nice to see you here. If you have been here before, let me apologize and welcome. I'm using tonight the Claire Oetulengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards, and I'm going to add a little banner because I can under here. Let's have a little look. Da, da, da. Let's put this up for now. I tell you what, some of you think that you can't do things. But this year, thanks to amazing people and friends in my life, I have learned how to do so much tech stuff. So sitting here tonight, I don't know if you're aware, but I go into a studio called StreamYard myself, and I bring on guests, or tonight I wanted to be solo, and I can bring up banners and I can pop things around me. And it's great fun, but it's hard work as well as bringing up your comments reading them all because there's so many and giving readings. But do you know what? I'm an old gypsy. I'm not an old gypsy. I'm a middle-aged gypsy, and I've earned my right to do what I want. Let's have a look for you. Indeed, love this. Absolutely love this. The Ace of Swords, always a good card, always promising the things that you can get, but at the same time, nothing's happening quick enough for you as well. As far as the opposite sex is concerned, Fiona, don't expect them to do anything in the year ahead in the time limit to which they had promised you, because I don't believe they've promised you. I believe that you have asked them to do things in a certain amount of time, and making people agree to something, even though we know it's right, doesn't result in them doing it, does it? So there you go. That is that one. Let's have a little look. So Davina, you like Manchester United. So I do have a story about Man United. And tonight I thought I'd interlace my readings with a few stories as well. So I managed to get Imagine my son when he was about 12 years old. I had a very good contact, and I managed to get him into Man United to watch a match, but in the VIP section with a meal. And I'm so proud that I managed to do that for him. And sports are great, guys, and I really miss going to see sports as well. But did you see the Gypsy King? And if you don't watch him, you should follow him. His journey is amazing. Just like many of you that I talked to, a man that became broken and came back even stronger, just as gypsies do, guys, just as gypsies do. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Linda Connolly, good evening to you. Lots of you have asked me about the full moon that we had on Monday, and basically it was the first of two. So we also have a full moon occurring at the end of the month, which occurs, I think, at 4 degrees of Cancer. So is it 4 degrees? Let me have a little look. You don't need to know how many degrees it is, do you? And I haven't even got it on here, but I do know my aspects. So we have 2 full moons. Now, people are saying there was a blue moon, and I won't start singing, don't worry. A blue moon, it wasn't actually blue in color, and you can get different blue moons. You can have an astrological blue moon, you can have a calendar blue moon, you can also have a seasonal blue moon. So the blue moon that occurred was actually a calendar one, because there's 2 blue moons in this month, which you often get when there's 31 days in the month. But we've also had some other really powerful aspects that are affecting us all. Venus is no longer in Scorpio. So look, can you see? Richard's having a much nicer life now. But Linda Connolly, let me pick a card for you and see what the cards say for you. Don't forget to look out for the Christmas star on Monday. There are some amazing things to see in the skies at the moment, are there not? While I have a sip of my tea, and I'm going to be doing plenty more readings, could you please hit your like, follow, share button for me and have a party? And tell me, who are you all going to be Zooming this Christmas? Who's Zooming who? I wanted to say that for so long. And also, while I'm doing the readings, you're not alone, no matter how far away you are in the world, guys. We have my M in Oz, who's probably just waking up now. I am in Brighton, London by the Sea, they call it, down on the south coast in England. Let me know where you are, say hello to me, and comment your star sign as well, please. So Linda Connolly, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune means you have had good luck, you've had bad luck, but you've always survived. Because the Wheel of Fortune is undignified, it's upside down at the moment, you're feeling that the boat is too full with water. We need to turn this card upside down. Easy to do with the Wheel of Fortune, with a PMA, a positive mental attitude. Linda, I definitely get the feeling for you that you've got negative influences around you that you think you can't get away from. But indeed you can, you can, you can. Take action. My granny used to say, you know, if you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. So Fiona Bergin, you are in the middle of trying to change your job for the better, to make money and a chance to fulfill your chosen career. I also see a lot of angel numbers, which have been helping guide me. Listen, really, really look out for signs, because I am telling you, hello, Trudy, I am telling you that signs are there for a reason. Why do you think that I have a feather on my hand, guys, as well? So Kelly Elizabeth, you don't like Zoom, you're an old-fashioned girl. You'll be telephoning your mum and texting others. So when I was a little girl, we used to play this game, Kelly, with my uncle, Nathan, and we would go around to his house, and as kids, we were all allowed to pick a number each. So 5, 6, whatever. And my uncle would dial the number on the phone on Christmas afternoon. And when a person picked up, my uncle would convince this person that he knew him from the past in life, make him laugh, wishing him a Merry Christmas, and give him a compliment, and put the phone down in front of us kids. And it became a game every year. And I don't know what these people must have thought, but it obviously goes to prove, doesn't it, that gypsies are very good at talking. Now, there was a lady that I just bought a message up from, Kelly Elizabeth, and you must have thought, thank you, Claire, you put my name up and you've taken it down again. So I've come back, Kelly, to draw a card for you as well. I'm not the only one that wants to do some talking. I want to know about you, and I want to hear about you guys tonight. So comment away, please. And let me know what you like about Lengro magazine, because that's what Wednesdays are all about. That's why I'm the editor of Lengro magazine. It's why I created it. And with talks I've been having this week, we are going to grow from strength to strength. What is the benefit for you? Lengro magazine is free, online, updated every Wednesday, with a beautiful team who are gracing the cover of Lengro magazine today as well. So you're a Virgo. At the moment, because we had Venus in Scorpio, now it's moved on. You're going to be feeling a little bit like all those things have got better, that you've jumped out of the frying pan and into the fire, Kelly Elizabeth. So I'm going to draw a card to go with that prediction. We've drawn again the Empress card, but it's you upright. So it shows you're somebody who's born to be the role of a mother, fertility, new beginnings, new ideas. The Empress, she can have it all. And she's somebody who's kind and good. Read up about the Empress. I've drawn this card for you, Kelly, and this is you. So, God, I'd love to be the Empress in a tarot card. Go read about it, or have a look at my new course, my new school that's opening very, very, very soon. Let's have a little look. Let's keep going down. So your brother David popped by with some Christmas gifts today. Let's have a little look. Linda Connolly, bless you. So let's have a little look. Your daughter is 21 months old. Type 1 diabetes 7 weeks ago. I know a little bit about diabetes from many family members. Let's just say the positive is it's so much more manageable than it ever was before. So lots of love and prayers, Linda Connolly, as well. And do keep in touch and let me know how she gets on. And don't forget to join some support groups for her as well. Let's have a little look. Margaret Charlton, you love my oils. Well, I'm going to stop and tell you quickly, guys. The oils that I'm holding in my hand are the oils that Richard and I discovered in Sicily on a trip to create my tarot cards. And he told me, don't say a word around that citrus tree farm. And as I've told many of you followers before we were halfway around it, he placed our first order. The most fun thing about creating your own things is that when you do the that I was doing, I bought back the oils, and I've got a range now of 7 oils. We have mandarin, pink grapefruit, blonde orange, blood orange, Sicilian lemon, yellow lemon, and green lemon. To go with that, we also have the rollerballs, and you can make up your own cocktails like I do for the bath and for bath bombs. You don't have to buy mine, guys, but that is what I endorse, because that's what I use. My oils are also ingestible. That's right. Check any oils that you have. Not all oils are. Mine are 100% organic and grown in the soil of Mount Etna. Please order them. so I can go back to Sicily again and order some more. It really, really is one of the most beautiful places on earth. And when you get the chance and life allows, do go and even go visit Nino. You may end up doing exactly what I've done and start your own oil shop. So let's have a little look. I love chatting to you guys. I love the story about your uncle. I've got lots of family secrets to share with you guys. Read up on the Empress as well. And as a little gift, Kelly, if you don't get a chance to read up and you want to read my description, just inbox me, and tomorrow in between clients, I will send you how I see it. So Fiona says, I always read your horoscopes. You're the one. You're the one. Thank you. For Capricorn in the mornings. And I also read my tarot every day to help me. I'm quite a spiritual person. They really have been quite spot on in my situation at the moment to do with work and money. I really need a bit of luck and a bit of money. Don't we all? Don't we all? So Leslie Anthony, I brought her comment up now because the first key to attracting love is self-love, guys. I started off with gemstone water bottles, which I also now sell. And I think Leslie will tell you, we've got the Zodiac bottles, which actually are limited edition and come with their own certificate as well. And you Pisces have bought the lot, so we've got no Pisces left, but we are going to get some amazing ones on. And treat yourself. Get up, put your makeup on. But if you're a man, think about putting your makeup on before you leave the front door. Could be okay, because you've got a mask. You might not care, you might live in Brighton, but go out in a way that makes you feel good, guys, okay? So thank you, Leslie. Loving the lemon one I have and ordering more in the new year. We've almost sold out of pink grapefruit, guys. So if you want pink grapefruit, get it in soon. We can only buy certain oils in certain months, depending on when they're harvested. They're not all harvested in the same month, which is really, really interesting. So I'm going to sip my tea while I talk. This is like date night, really, isn't it? Date night, or is it like Crime Watch? I'm talking about me, obviously, unless you've done something wrong, one of you out there, and now's the time to confess. You might have heard about a friend of mine who's another clairvoyant who had a man that went in for a reading. She turned the devil card, she turned the death card, she turned all of the cards that showed that this man was no good. And it freaked him out so much. He confessed, this was in Brighton a couple of years ago, that he'd killed somebody. And she had to talk him into confessing, and he confessed that day at Brighton Police Station, and it was all across the press. And I like a good story, but I'm very glad that he walked past where I worked at the time as well. So let's have a little look. Margaret, my daughter Anne-Marie is in Chorley, and my other daughter, Mary Louise, is in Workington. So I talk to them a lot on Facebook. There's a lot to be said for Facebook and social media, really, guys, especially if it's used well, don't you think? Margaret Charlton, shall we draw a card for you, my lovely? And we need to have a look at what's going on in the planets as well. I wrote down some things to ask you, but I've got this as well, look, to play with tonight. Is that how you feel? Do we all feel like this at the moment, guys? Yeah, we do. When really we want to feel like, oh, I don't know what that one is. We'll have one more. Hold on. Okay, that's enough of that. That's going away. We're going to draw you a card, Margaret, okay? Imagine what I do when the camera's off with my children and Rich. It really is quite unbelievable. Hello, darling. You've come to make me another cup of tea, haven't you?
Yes, sweet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But let's have a little look. I am so sorry about my wonky contact lens. I'm going to put new contact lenses on tomorrow. And don't forget, if I need my glasses in a minute, you've got to tell me where they are as well. So here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you care about others, you love others, but be very careful, Margaret, of investing time, energy or money into a younger person who may have stalled their education or the things that they do. You won't be helping them by placating them and by stroking their ego that they've done the right thing. So a younger person needs to pull their finger out. Who could that be, Margaret? How can I help you in that area? What I wish most of all, guys, is that I could play music on my lives again. I used to love playing a little Matthew Van Can tune halfway through. But I was told that if we do that, because we haven't got copyright to the songs, that we won't stream to as many people. And as I'm sure those of you that have known me for years know, my horoscopes are read around the world. And so I'm trying to connect with the followers that don't yet know they can talk to me live. Let's have a look. We are, oh, Leslie. Okay, so Leslie's let the secret out. I'm not doing many more projects, guys. Let me be quite clear here. I have my job, which is that I give private readings to you guys, and that is the core, the essence of who I am. I write my daily horoscopes, which if you've been in the club or you've watched me sort of off-camera lives, if you like, you'll know that I write dailies, weeklies, monthlies that you can get in the club on my website, but special content in the club as well. And lots of magazines and newspapers, including Pick Me Up magazine. We've also got the Hands Crystal and Gemstone Pirate's Treasure. And Leslie's just let the cat out the bag that just like the bottles that you see here, yeah, we are going to be doing the Claire Oetulengro crystal water bottles as well. I'm so excited, but I'm not taking on too much work. I know Harpreet, I know Margaret, you all message me and say, are you taking it easy, Claire? But there's just a few more items. We only had 72 in the shop, didn't we, Leslie? We wanted some more so we could have them all around the house. So the cat's out the bag for that one. You can also buy my books. I am the author of 18 books, also a #1 bestseller. So Kelly Elizabeth, that's exactly how I feel. Normally I have the Christmas feeling and act like a big kid this year. Thank you, darling. But I'm definitely letting out that huff and puff. Good for you. You've absolutely got to. No, I don't need it, darling. Thank you so much.
Mandarin bath bomb?
Mandarin bath bomb would be very nice at 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. He's a keeper. He really is a keeper. So I was just telling you about the various things that I do. What have we got? We've got the scrolls as well, which are my favorite thing. I have created scrolls for every star sign, for children, for lovers, for people with no love, for character ones, even for your ex. You could find out, or you can get your friend a scroll that tells you why you should be glad you're not with that one. I'm on tea, by the way, guys, in case anyone, this is why I need other people around me, because I tend to go off on a tangent as well. There's a card sticking out for you here, Karen Harvey. Indeed. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? When you pull a card, it's very difficult to know what you're pulling for somebody, but sometimes you have a gut feeling. And for you, you have had patience. You have had temperance, you have had harmony, but at the moment you feel like you don't know which lifeboat to get on at the moment. You're relying on others for things that you can do yourself. And I think, Karen, you are more competent than you think you are. So think of yourself as if you're helping others, and then you'll do what is necessary. What do you think of that then? I think that's a good way forward for you, my darling, indeed. So don't forget, I love seeing your messages. I've been following your horoscopes for years and they're always spot on. So I'm in the right job. What star sign are you? And do you all feel that you're in the right job? Let's talk about jobs and star signs. Now's the time that you should all be making the changes that you want. What a lovely man. Yes, and he suffers from Crohn's disease as well. So he ends up in a lot of pain and he is a very good man. Let's have a little look. I'm looking here with some very dodgy contact lenses in. Let's pick lots of you, shall we? Hold on. So Margaret Charlton, with this younger male that I was talking about, you said you think you know who it is. What I care about is that now that you think you know who that is, stop pandering or stop. You know, when you've got a friend and they moan and you're like, oh, yeah, and you're thinking they're not helping themselves. That's the situation with this young man that I pick up as well. So we've got Margaret Charlton is a Leo and a part-time carer, wanting to take control, but working for others in an environment where you can't care as you want to is not a good idea for you. Michelle Hayes, my voice does sound better. It still feels like it's got a bit of glass in. but I've not done as many lives as I was supposed to as well. I'm a good girl. I am. Sorry. What's wrong with me tonight? It's the snowflakes, I tell you. We have picked my friend Jojo, who plays the 9 of Cups. In the Romany language, we call this the Kushti Bok card. Kushti Bok is Romany for good luck. And indeed, what Jojo brings is a message that what you wish for as the querent, the questioner, Laura Faye Miller, you can get. So at the moment, your world has come crashing down around you. Think of it like this, okay? Bomb comes down, destroys the town. Actually, you're okay, Laura, but you can't believe the devastation around you. Look up, you're in a bubble. Well, we're all in bubbles, but you know what I mean. You're in a bubble, and that bubble you're in can be rebuilt. It's just that the people around you whose bubbles are wrecked cannot be. Do I sound like a spaceman, or does that like make any sense at all to you, Laura? Please do say, because if not, it really does mean that the lemsip has gone to my head. Let's have a little look. We've got Vicky James, who's a Leo. Again, need to take the lead in things, but inventors as well. Leos are born leaders. I'll tell you how much of a born leader a Leo is. Louise Brown, may not have heard of her, but she was a first test tube baby. And I talked to a lady the other day that was the first other kind of baby, and I can't think what she was, but incredible stories of pioneers and very, very typical of a Leo. Now, is anyone else new here? And if you're not new here, could you tell everybody else, please, that may be new, what they can expect and what I'm all about as Claire Oetulengro? Let's send Michelle Hayes some love because she's got a broken ankle. Michelle, did you go and get the boot at the hospital? How is it? Is it feeling all right? Sonia Lewis, you're a Cancerian. Obviously, Cancerians love the home. They love family, very emotive, but be careful of going into something too humanitarian as well. All Cancers and Leos, lots of you watching tonight as well. Michelle Hayes is a hairdresser. I bet people ask you to do their hair as much for the way that you talk to them as they do the way that you do hair as well. Thank you, somebody, very much. My pendant is also sold in our shop, and these are a very, very dandy price as well. I think they're £12 plus postage and packaging. Don't quote me on that, but it's about that, isn't it, Leslie? And we also do them in many, many different stones. So we have the gemstones of sunstone, amethyst, rose quartz. List goes on and on and on. Feel free to ask any questions that you want, guys. I'm just going to scroll down. It's like a little coffee Zoom, only some of you are probably drinking wine. I know my friend Nicole, if she's watching, she was drinking mulled wine before I came on live. Jackie Tyler, probably a glass of champagne, I should imagine. Mitch Jenkins, who knows what could be in Mitch's kitchen this evening, but he's probably making a very nice dish with it as well. Let's have a look. So, Laura Faye Miller, you are an Aquarian. So obviously going towards the age of Aquarius, each age lasts 2,000 years. Your time is coming. And I think for you, you'll feel empowered, more psychic. Just since you were born, it's a feeling that you're meant to move in to the next stage of the world, which also means being an Aquarian, that this current change doesn't scare you as much as others. Is that true? Because that'd be really interesting to find out from like an astrological point of view, I think, as well. Let's have a little look. Ruth Townsend, they should be an actress in a dramatic play, a private detective, finding jealous wives and tracking down their husbands, or the other way around. Pisceans have to do a job they love, or their life will become a wreck. I have met many Pisceans who didn't go into the job they love, and it can take them 5 years to pick up. So if you're a Piscean out there tonight, go into a job that you love, please, as well. Leslie Anthony, what other secrets have we got about the shop? I know that there was lots of stock that I unpacked and you unpacked at both ends already this week. We've got some charging plates as well. If you like gemstones and crystals, if you have any, and you don't want to wait for a full or new moon, then Leslie can comment and tell you what else we've got. Your Leo rising. So when we're talking about rising signs and people are going, oh, my moon's in this, some of you are probably sitting there and going, what are they on about? What's that? You know, you have a chart and you have your sun sign. Your sun sign is your true self. Okay, your moon sign is the mask that you show to the outside world, which can be too evil, it can be too nice, can't it? But your sun sign is your true self, which is why in astrology we choose to write sun sign horoscopes and not moon sign horoscopes, and that's what you read. But if you want to go deeper into astrology, and yes, I will be writing an astrology school for you guys in time as well, as long as I get that work-life balance now, you know, that one. Then you'll find out that you do have a moon sign. And what we've got here is somebody saying that they've got something different in their chart. Let me have a little look. Let's have a little look. I can't find what you said. Somebody said, I've got something rising. You've got, I have red wine, busy day. Good for you, Michelle Hayes. I've got a cup of, I wished it was Earl Grey, but it's PG Tips. Only because I had an argument over Yorkshire tea a while ago with some of you who were saying Yorkshire tea is the best. I'm having a look. I can't find what it was. Somebody had just said that their moon sign was something else. Anyway, you have a moon sign, you also have an ascendant. And what I'm going to do is try and do some articles for you guys, but they'll mostly go in the club, teaching you what your moon sign means, and they're helping you work out the other parts of your chart. But you should try Googling your chart for free on the internet. You don't necessarily have to pay just to find out where things are in what house in your chart, but get to know your chart and get to find out about astrology yourself, because astrology is what? It's a mirror image of life upon this earth, using the patterning of the planets in our solar system. As William Shakespeare wrote, as above, so below, guys. So get to find out how you can make the stars work for you. Here we go. Here we've got, let's have a look at Leslie. It's a good job that I run the shop with Leslie. Otherwise, Leslie, I think that we probably have 700 items in, and I don't know what would happen. So you've got some blue lace pendants for us. Oh, yes. I was going to wear one of those tonight, Leslie, actually, but I had a high neck on. So it is. The mine is now closed, isn't it? We've got some lovely amethyst clusters on as well. And I just think, you know, if gemstones don't rock your boat, if my essential oils don't float your boat, then find out in your life what does. Maybe, guys, it's music. You know, maybe there's something else. It's you. Carol, you had Leo rising. So that means that when you don't expect it, you can lose your temper. But mostly you can get angry at yourself with the Leo. If you think about the line, it's like, I'm angry, but actually, why didn't I sort that out myself? And you've got to find that you've got to go easier on yourself as well. So Carol, another thing with somebody with Leo rising is if your family say well done to you or try and praise you for something that you've done, and this is also true very much of sun sign Leo as well. If your family try and praise you for something you've done and you don't feel that you did a job well, then you'll tell them off for giving you a compliment. And people say that Scorpios are difficult. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to have some tea while you all like, follow and share. So let me know as well, because I'm really interested in how you found me here on Facebook. What connection did you have to find me here on Facebook? That's really interesting for me, guys, as well. So that was Carol with her Leo. I do know that I put my glasses down the side of my chair. I know you're going to remind me, but oh, they really need a clean. Kelly Elizabeth, coffee, don't drink tea. Michelle Hayes, don't drink coffee. Yang and Ying, that's okay. Pat Taylor, Yorkshire tea again, one of those. Love gemstone, I'm just joking. I'm a Leo, yes, that's like me. Vicky James. I like yogi teas. Oh, I love a yogi tea. I'm a coffee lover. Do you know what? I got this coffee machine for my oldest daughter, who's now grown up and moved on. And hello, Carmen, babe, if you're watching. And it finally ran out of capsules because she got loads of machine. I went to go and buy some today, and the capsules were like £2.60 each. So I got out my jar of Kenko, which I thought was already expensive, and I went back to the kettle. So these days, I mean, what do you think about the price of a coffee? We did make a rather wrong joke about how you can get many other illegal things cheaper in this day and age, but I went out with my daughters and got a bubble tea the other day. For 3 bubble teas, it was like the best part of £9. So lockdown can't come quick enough for me, guys. It really, really can't. Let's have a look. That's what I want to know, how you all found me. So let me know. Why are you here? Carol Talon, that's right. Angry at self, struggle to accept compliments. Next time someone gives you a compliment, zip it, Carol. Take it in and breathe in the compliment. Acknowledge it and believe it, okay? Otherwise, people are wasting their breath. Cold coffee, Leslie Anthony. I'll get Lucy to make you one next time you come down. You came up on the feed. I came up on your feed. You recognized me from TV on This Morning. There you go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to talk about memories. In the days, my children, they don't believe me. My youngest 2 left are 12 and 13, Honeybee and Lucy. And I tell them about some of the days I had. And one morning, I got a phone call from the producer at This Morning. And they said, look, we're doing a thing about palindromes. You know about this, don't you? And I was like, yes. And they said, could you come in and talk? Because our guest has let us down. So I had to rush on a train. And at the time, I was living in Torquay and Devon. And I got to the station, Paddington Station, and there was a man with a plaque up to come and get me. And at the time, because I worked for OK Magazine, I'd been to a fashion show, and I had this long blue coat, and it was big. It was like when you walk into a room, it was like pale blue. It was gorgeous. And he picked me up because it was an emergency on a motorbike. And I had to wrap this blue coat, wrap my legs around this guy I didn't know. And I swear to God, he sped through the streets of London to the This Morning studios like I was in a Tom Cruise film. And as we got there, sort of you go in the back entrance and everything opens up. And I got there, and then I had to sort of pin my clothes that they were all right there. And straight away you get in the studio. And This Morning are the loveliest people to work with, and they always look after you. So the reason I liked working on there is because they're never going to sort of say anything horrible to you, and that's really, really nice. So let's have a look at the compliments. That's how I can tell you stories, you see. Oh, Dee, you just stumbled on me. Well, I'm glad you fell on me, love. I'm really glad. I've been reading your horoscopes for years. So I'm 49 now, and I've been writing horoscopes since I was 16, giving readings since I was 6, and left school at 14 to do it. So you're making me feel very old. Ruth Townsend, you found me on Derek's page, and I am very, very flattered to be guest presenting on Derek's page this weekend. I've got to look at my diary. I think I can do Saturday night because I'm live on here Saturday morning. Let's have a little look. You're just a big coffee drinker. Let's have a look. Derek Akora's page. Oh, so you remember me on This Morning, Michelle Hayes, and in the Sun newspaper. We all have to start somewhere, guys, okay? When I worked for the Sun newspaper, here's a really, really funny story. When I worked for the Sun newspaper, they employed me as Claire Oetulengro. But I couldn't control what a newspaper does with me. And so I would go down to the newsagents where I lived. And I lived up a really steep hill at this point in Torquay and Devon. And I would go down to the newsagents, and that day I wasn't in, walk home again. Okay, it's going to be the next day. The third day I got there, and it was sort of 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm on the front page of the Sun. Do you think I'm smiling? They've cut my head out, and they'd at the time asked me to wear this blue. I mean, I like pale blue from the previous story, right? But this pale blue suit that was like mirrored. And I don't think I had anything on underneath it because it was a Sun, but it was still done to the neck here. And they just put my name, Clairvoyant, on the front page of the Sun. And I went and I bought every copy that I could find around Torquay. So it's taken me 49 years to be presented as I really am as well. So let's have a little look. I love doing this. That's so funny. Let's have a look. So you've read my stars. So I've been the astrologer for Company magazine. My mum was the first astrologer for Cosmopolitan magazine when it first ever came out. I wrote for years for Woman's Own. Who else have I written for? The Daily Express, the Daily Star, the Daily Mirror, We Love Telly, God, lots and lots of writing and 18 books, but I bloody love writing. Typing to me is like a piano. It really, really is. So you love watching, oh, me and Lara, we had a lovely, lovely time. I'm sure Lara's doing absolutely loads now. And I know that you can catch her and John with those amazing dolls, but can't do the dolls. And I am committed to my school and Lengro now, but I must tune into those guys. I really will. Leslie, our paths crossed because it was our destiny through Lee Petulengro, who still won't take me to the Brits, guys. And he's seen everybody from Johnny Depp to Lady Gaga, and he doesn't tell me nothing. So he has to sign a confidentiality clause that for every word he tells me about a celebrity, he gets charged, which is an awful lot more than any fees that he got paid as well. Short hair really suits you. Okay. So the short hair that I used to have in OK Magazine, I was contracted to keep. And so at the time, many years ago, I was married to a hairdresser and I had long hair, and he cut it off for a photo shoot so I could model for him. And the photograph went viral for a really strange reason, even so that friends had gone on holiday to Spain and hairdressers sort of had it in the window. It's like a Twiggy haircut. I don't know if you remember it. And I wanted to grow my hair, and Richard Desmond insisted that I keep it. So the first thing that I did when I left OK Magazine is grow it. And then, of course, as you all know, when you're a woman and you have children, I said to my girls I was going to cut it a few years ago. And Honey said, you can't cut your hair, Mama. You won't look like a mama anymore. So hence, long hair till I get the other side of 50. Have I still got a copy of what? I've got a copy of everything I've done. I started off on a children's program called Motormouth. Who remembers that, guys? Back when I was 16, so 71, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 87, with Neil Buchanan, Andrea Arnolds, and I can't remember the other guys. And I used to have to go and stay up at a hotel in Maidstone in Kent, where the studio was. So Vicky James, you said when my late mum was in her 20s, she had a reading in Brighton. So in Brighton, it would have been my grandmother or my mother, who both had the seafront place on the front of the Palace Pier. We've moved around the front our whole life as well. I love this, guys, because I'm actually finding out things about you and what you know about me. Keep commenting, please, guys. I had your relatives at Blackpool. If you just joined us, I want to know how you found me, or how you first heard of me. I had your relatives at Blackpool. They just got the cards. They liked it, especially my Aunt Daisy, who is on the Three of Cups. Blackpool read for me 19 years, then later got everything spot on. You know, here's another thing why I like you talking to me. When you give someone a reading, sometimes they can say, I don't believe that. None of that is relevant. That's not going to happen. And they always come back years later. If you have a reading, you cannot always guarantee that that reading will come true that day. That's not how life happens. So if you go to see a recommended reader, bear with them before you start shouting at them. No one shouted at me because I think I kind of put it out there like I do. But some of my cousins and things, I think they find it quite hard to also show people the future. But when you pick things up for somebody, you can pick up something really, really random. And that's what we're taught to go with. And you know what? Here's a little gypsy secret. It always works out as well. So let's have a little look. It's been ages now, Claire, the whole of lockdown around March. You love your hair long. And you remember Motormouth. Oh, my goodness. So Motormouth, I used to sit on a big inflatable tongue and read horoscopes on the big inflatable tongue. It was very, very good fun. And it was the start of my TV career. And then the Sun newspaper found me through working on Sky News, talking about various events and relating them to astrology. So I have done serious studies on stuff, guys. And I don't just have a laugh. But I hope that you've enjoyed my time on Facebook, because I plan on giving you plenty more. But don't forget that I've got my new Claire Oetulengro School of Divination, which is totally Claire Oetulengro gypsy style. You won't find any other forms of study like it, guys. Let's see who else is there. There we go. Am I shouting? Am I coming out very, very loud? because I do sometimes. Rich told me, oh no, let me know if I am Michelle Hayes. And shall we do a couple of readings as well to continue on into the night? What do you think, guys? Who out there is feeling that they need a reading so badly that they don't know how they're going to get through the night without it? Because I'd really like you all to give some amazing time and space for others tonight as well. If you want to ask any other questions, feel free. But sometimes opening up and sort of sharing things about your life can very often help people to connect with you. And you all have opened up to me so much that I really wanted to help you as well. Let's have a little look. Trudy Hall, you said that you would love a reading. Let me pick a card for you, my darling, as well. Is that a duck? Duck, duck, goose. Is that a duck or goose? I think it's a duck. I tried to follow Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We play the family together watching TV, and I didn't do too bad last night. But then I was going to ask myself, if I was really on it, how would I really do? The moon card in tarot readings is about enemies, hidden enemies, and deceit and jealousy. What I get very much for you, Trudy, with this card is about Christmas plans. Some people could be making plans for you out of spite and out of jealousy that might put your nose out of joint. If it was me, Trudy Hall, I would think about what I want to do in the Christmas bubble that I want to be in. And this December 25th, I would make it your most selfish Christmas yet with who you want to be with. But be careful of younger people who think they're older mentally, trying to mentally control you. Of course, Trudy, look, Trudy's told us all now, guys. It is, of course, Patrick the duck. What a great name for a duck. What do we think of that? Look, hold on. Oh, no, that's not a huff. We do. Huh. Okay. That's what happens when you leave me to go on. Oh, not no, I said people shout at other clairvoyants. I think I shout because I am actually deaf in my left ear a little bit, but let's have a little look. Margaret Charlton. Why do I keep bringing bad memories back up over and over again? Can I suggest, Margaret, that your routine is too much similar from what you've been stuck in for since March? And can I suggest that to you, when we become stuck in a similar routine, what often happens is we go back to the past where there are more interesting memories to sort of play back, you know, like when you're watching a movie. And I think that's one of the things that we can all do, isn't it? We can play happy memories or horror films in our head, the same as when we watch TV. And I think for you, Margaret, you've got to change the videotape in your head and to focus on what new things that you can do. And, you know, there's lots of free courses that you can do in whatever interests you. And I know that you love art as well. So, Margaret, why don't you push the boundaries of your art as well? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Angela Hewitt. Me, please, because all I do lately is wonder whether we're going to win our court battle for our grandson. I'm not going to promise to give you such a serious answer on air tonight, but I'm going to pick a card, and I'm going to ask the cards to pick a card about the well-being of you, Angela, because professionally, that's the way that I feel is the best way to deal with this tonight, if you like. I'm going to pick one from the bottom because I know that you feel that you're at the bottom of the pile at the moment as well. And I just want to pick that for you. Can I just say, Trudy Hall said, Patrick likes to come in the evenings to watch TV. I will happily make Patrick a top member. I really will, because I think I could be the only person on social media who has a duck as a follower. I love that. I really do. We have the Wheel of Fortune, but I have very good news for you, Angela. Okay. The card that I picked for you shows that you are actually more of the mind of positive thinking, which means that the reason you're feeling so stressed and the reason that you've asked me to pick a card for you tonight, my darling, is because you're so desperate, because you know that you're in the right to ask for what you want. And when you're going through court, you know that you're going through court because you believe you should have legal access. This card shows that you can get it. But what's more important for me is a balance of your mental health. I'm going to tell you something now, and I want you to comment with me. Anybody out there that's ever been through a court battle, please, could you please just agree with me and tell Angela that at the end of the day, you can go through some horrible court battles, but the majority of the time, unless you're dealing with a more extreme circumstance, which I also do, then you are going to get some form of access, my darling. But I think it's taken over your mental health. And one thing that we will have to do when we're in a court battle is keep that float a ship. Keep that ship afloat. I like to better the other way. So keep your ship afloat, or keep your float a ship, and don't allow her to mentally encroach on you. Because can I suggest a little something to you, my darling? Can I suggest that maybe the other side is doing the things they can do to set you up as an example to not be good grandparents, or for the ex not to be looking good in court? So what I would say to you and what I would ask you is lead by example, and revenge, you know, is your success, and you being the great grandparent that you can. And you do know as well that grandparents do have rights. It's an individual situation, but for you, your card was about balance mentally for you, and in things that you're handling as well. Go on then, tell me where else you found me from. How did you come across me? And my tea is nearly all gone, and I've got a very itchy throat, so I might be about to wrap up for the night. It is difficult but worth it. Let's just give some quick advice as well, Michelle, for that lady as well. It's difficult, but it's worth it. You've got to go through with it. And I think Margaret Charlton wants to say, here wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas. As Lee Petulengro, as my mum and I would say, Kushti Maldivas. A very happy Christmas from me. I am feeling a lot better, guys. If you liked my live, send it on to friends. Call it a cheap Christmas present because it's free. Don't forget to read Lengro magazine at lengro.co.uk, or get on over to clairepetulengro.tv for my oils, my scrolls, my books, and whatever else I might decide to have in there. You can book gift vouchers and a personal reading with me as well. So you've had me tonight. You've got me. Now my family can have me. And after that, I'm going to hit the hay. And tomorrow is another day for you all. But thank you for your well wishes. I'm hanging on in there, and I'm going to keep you afloat with me. Good night. God bless. And let me play you out with a little bit of a little theme tune, a short one from me. Let's have a little look. Here we go.